and we're going to get started. So take notes, and I'm going to go slow so you have time to take notes. 328 million US population, 328 million. There are 128 million households. There are 83 million homeowners. And in 2020, there were 5.6 million homes sold. Now, as a real estate industry, are we focusing? Don't answer the question based on what we should be doing. Answer based on what we are doing. As an industry, are we focusing on the 83 million homeowners, or are we focusing on the 5.6 million homes sold? If you think it's the 5.6 million homes sold, just type 5.6 in the chat. Now, I'm not saying it's, don't give me the answer based on what you think it should be. Give me the answer based on what you think we're doing. And remember, I'm not just talking Keller Williams, guys. I'm talking about the million real estate agents that are a part of NAR. What are we focusing on? Now listen to this. This is a quote from Gary Keller. The number one thing that will undo our industry is the short-term focus on the 5.6 million homes sold. The number one thing that will undo our industry is a short-term focus on the 5.6 million homes sold. Now, this is not in my notes. Excuse me, guys. And I'm going to ask you a question. Us, you guys, real estate agents, I'm talking to you. If you as an industry would put 83 million homeowners in your database on a long-term relationship building campaign, you got your website in their hands, you got their app, your app in their hands, and you are communicating with them systematically and consistently over time, would you be freaking out about Zillow buying showing time?
No.
Say no.
No.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
You have control here. Now, for all of you who are on this call who are with Keller Williams, if you got your website and your consumer app in 83 million hands and you got them using that consistently, could you potentially stop those 83 million homeowners from going to Zillow? Say yes.
Yes.
You could.
Mm-hmm.
This is in your hands. The path is in the math. I'm going to read something to you from page 142. By the way, that's an important quote. You should write that down. The path is in the math. All right. Starting at the top of the page, at the heart of your lead generation program will be a large, he said large, he didn't say average, he didn't say small, he didn't say mediocre, he didn't say none. He said there will be a large, powerful contact management database. Your business is your database, your database is your business, your business is your database, your database is your business, your database is your business, your business is your database. Gonna keep saying it until you get it. Think of the names of the people in your database and the relationship you have with them as your business. Now, at the bottom of the page, he goes on to say, your database is your business. Hello, where did you think I got it from? I'm not that smart. Of course, I got it from Gary Keller. Building up the number of names in it and a relationship with those names. Key. Having a database full of people, having a database full of contact, And never talking to them is the same thing as not having a database. Side note, bunny trail. In good times, we succeed because of the things we're doing correctly. But we also succeed in spite of the things we're not doing well. You're still successful because the market's hot. So your phone is ringing, you're getting referrals, people are calling you who want to buy and sell a home, and you think what you're doing is working. You're succeeding in spite of what you're not doing well. When the market shifts, that phone's going to stop ringing. Think about it this way. The size of your real estate business will be in direct proportion to the size and quality of your database. All right, I'm going to share my screen. And you guys don't want to look at that. Let's do this. Let's go to Survive to Thrive. And the most successful people on the planet live at the top of the funnel. 83 million relationships are the top of the funnel. 5.6 million homes sold are the bottom of the funnel. Now, Gary Keller at Family Reunion was sharing that he coaches people outside the real estate industry. And one of the individuals that he coaches is a performer, a rock group. And this particular person that he was speaking to was telling him about this gig he had coming up at a local venue. There were going to be 2,000 people there. And he was excited for the opportunity. And Gary asked him, "What's the opportunity?" Gary asked you a question. You know there's more to it than the direct answer, guys. And this guy says, "Well, duh, the opportunity is the receipts that I get from the box office." Now, Gary's response was, "No, it's not. That's living at the bottom of the funnel, guys." Gary said, "Here's your opportunity. Contact the owners of the local establishment. Make an agreement that they will give you their contact list, the names and contact information of the individuals who purchased a ticket. Take that information, enter it into your database, that's the top of the funnel, and start building a relationship with those people. Next time you have a local gig coming up, you can promote it ahead of time to that group. You'll know ahead of time, without even having to sell tickets, how many people are going to attend. You'll also have the opportunity to promote any albums that you're going to be selling, any merchandise that you're going to sell. In other words, when you live at the top of the funnel, you're creating future opportunity. When you live at the bottom of the funnel, the only opportunity you get is right now opportunity. So, shift. Gary says, your number one job is lead generation. And until you finish lead generation that day, nothing else matters. Let me rephrase this based on today's conversation. Your number one job is to build the top of the funnel and build relationships with those individuals who are in your funnel. And until that is done, nothing else matters. Look at it like this, guys. 6.7% of the 83 million homeowners in the United States moved in 2020. Now, based on that, what does that mean to your business? If I were to ask you a question, if 6.7% of your database, listen carefully to the question, if 6.7% of your database moved in the next 12 months, how many opportunities would you have in the next 12 months? If 6.7% of your database moved in the next 6 months, I'm looking for my phone. All right, I can't find it. Your phone is not a database. An Excel spreadsheet, not a database. We are talking about a contact management system. So if you don't have anybody in a contact management system, Keller Williams agents, listen to me. If you don't have anybody in command on smart plans, the answer to this question that I'm going to ask you in just a second is 0. If 6.7% of your database moved in the next 12 months, how many opportunities would you have?
160.
201.
Love the answers. Those are great answers. How many potential referrals would you have? Because the question, the way I asked it, is just direct business. It doesn't include referrals. Just double it. If 6.7% are going to move in the next 12 months, does everybody in your database know at least one person who's going to move in the next 12 months? Say yes.
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 Yes. So if you have a 6.7 conversion ratio from the number of contacts to the number of homes you close, the number of families that you help, you at least have a 6.7% conversion rate on referrals. Okay, I'm going to ask this question to you in a different way. Is accumulating names and contact information enough to build a big business?
Yes.
Well, he named 3 levels. They actually put it in levels at this family reunion. So it's collecting the names, and there were 3 levels. I don't remember exactly, but it was like adding on to each level. And I've never heard it put like that before. I'll collect permission to decipher which way they want us to contact them. And they said that the numbers rose once we contacted them and asked them about calls, that number went out. It was really high. Once we asked them, we got permission.
Good job, Camille. Good job. So I'm going to ask the question again. Listen to it carefully because words matter. Is accumulating names and contact information enough to build a big business?
No, you have to manage that data. You got to touch them.
Follow up.
So if you're with Keller Williams, the answer is smart plans. If you're with Keller Williams, the answer is smart plans. So my follow-up question would be, to how many relationships are in your database? My follow-up question would be, how many of them are on a systematic drip campaign in order to build a relationship? Now, from page 145, listen to what Gary says. Real estate sales is a contact sport. Actually, it is a close contact sport, and the best players believe it is a frequent and systematic close contact sport. Systematic. Do you have a system for communicating with everyone in your database?
Yes.
To succeed at a high level in real estate sales, you must commit to frequent contact with a database with the intent of building close relationships. Now, Gary goes on to say, we advocate 3 general approaches when marketing and prospecting to your we advocate 3 general approaches when marketing and prospecting to your two main audiences met and haven't met. All three have a common theme: 8x8, 36 touch, 12 direct. All right. I love math equations, guys. Here it is. A, how many relationships are in my database? How many sphere of influence and past client contacts do I have in my database? B, add one new met contact to my database every day. C, put everyone on a 36 touch smart plan. D, make care calls, which turn into leads and referrals. I'm going to add to that. Make care calls, which turn into leads and referrals, asterisk. Care call at least 4 times per month or year, once per quarter. Sorry, guys. Once per quarter. Guys, half of you just had a heart attack. Once per quarter to everyone in that group. So C, D, make care calls, which turn into leads and referrals. E, put all new leads on a 36 touch follow-up smart plan. F, 10 to 12% of your sphere of influence and past clients will buy or sell every year. So here it is: A plus B plus C plus D plus E equals F. It's just that simple. Matter of fact, A through E, top of the funnel. F, bottom of the funnel. Starting with F is the same thing as starting on the 10th floor when you're building a 10th floor building. Ain't gonna work. All right, take yourself off mute. What'd you hear? What'd you learn? What are you gonna do differently? What obstacles are standing between you and your goals that you are going to use the information you got today in order to remove those obstacles? What different perspective do you have about your current level of business?
I'll begin.
Wow, that was interesting. Yes.
Didn't say it any better.
I'm going to continue with removing the obstacle of not having that system in place. A big nugget that I learned at the end of last year was to use command, the DT, D2, to add that tag to all of those in command so I can have them in that system to reach out to them. So I got that done. Now I'm going through what he said on page 142. The size of your real estate sale business will be in a direct proportion to the size and quality of your database. I'm trying to make sure it's a quality database. So the people that I've connected with through LinkedIn, I'm putting them in my database. That takes time. But on Friday, reaching out through LinkedIn, I got 2 appointments. On Thursday, I connected with people on LinkedIn. I got 2 appointments for Friday. It was simple. I already have them there, but I have to put them in command. So, and the same thing through our phones, get them in command. Yesterday, I got a call, an investor. I'm in front of this property. The real estate agent gave me the code to enter. And she reached out to me. Why? I had been connecting with her via phone, not through a system. So I'm thankful that I did that, but to have all them in command so it can be a quality lead that I can follow up. Gary has put it together. We just got to use it.
Right.
And so that's what I'm trying to do. I'm not focused on, oh, I got to get this lead right now. I'm trying to build a big business, and it's going to start by me using the systems that we've been provided with.
That's huge. Shirley, that's a major breakthrough. Major breakthrough, right? And holy cow, what an amazing bright future in front of you. Now, are you going to see that in 30 days? Are you going to see it in 6 months? No, it's going to take time, and it will happen. Talk to me, guys. What'd you hear?
And a lot of the stuff is the same thing that we've heard before. You know, the 4 laws of lead generation: build a database, communicate with it in a systematic way, feed it daily. I said it backwards. And service all leads that comes our way forever, forever, forever.
Good job. You got it, Camille. You nailed it. You nailed it.
John?
Yeah.
Over the course of the last week, we've been still hearing plenty of stuff about Zillow and this, that, and the other thing, and people have been losing their mind about it. And if we follow what we're talking about right now, where we touch and we build a relationship with all of our clients, with all of these people, yeah, you know what? Zillow's still going to be around, and they're going to refer to Zillow about this, that, or the other thing. They're going to call you up and say, hey, Alex, I heard Zillow, blah, 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 blah. But you're still going to be the go-to person for all of those people, because you have created that relationship, a one-on-one type of relationship. And that's the trust that we're working on right now.
I agree. And it's critically important.
You know, the Zillows and the other places, the red bricks, they're always going to go ahead and be around. It's a matter of building that relationship with all of your people.
Well, go back and watch the interview from 2018. We looked at part of it here on Survive to Thrive. Go back and watch the entire interview and listen closely to everything Gary said, because everything he said is coming true today. Now, he also said that whenever you go through innovation in an industry and there's disruption, what happens on the other side is 2, maybe 3 major players make it out the other side. Now, the good news for you is Gary Keller and Keller Williams Realty International has been working for the past 3 years to make sure that you're one of those players that make it out the other side. He's also been fighting to keep you in the center of the transaction. That's good news. In other words, KW agents, don't lose your mind. Like Alex said, focus on building those relationships, focus on the top of the funnel, focus on bringing value to every single call, focus on taking care of your people and providing them with an experience that they're not going to get anywhere else or with anyone else. And you will never have to worry about your real estate business. All right. I've got this today, guys. Time to get to work. What's work? It's been a week since I've done this. Maybe I forgot. I don't know. Here goes. Work is 20 conversations, not 19, not 18, not 17 conversations. Because when I settle for 17 conversations because it's close enough, I don't have the 18th conversation, which could have led to $1 million listing. Make care calls, not sales calls. Lead every call with gratitude. Thank you for taking my call. I appreciate you. Bring value to every single conversation. Every day in making those 20 conversations and making those 20 contacts, as we're building relationships, as we're bringing value, we're also looking to schedule at least 1 appointment, get at least 1 referral, and add 1 new person to our database. Find somebody today that is thinking of selling their home. Now, for those of you who immediately went to, John, that's focusing on the bottom of the funnel. No, it's not. Listen to me. Find 1 person today who's thinking of selling their home. It doesn't matter if it's in the next 30 days, 6 months from now, a year from now, or 2 years from now, because 2 years from now, you're going to need listings. Enter all of those individuals into your funnel and then follow up systematically forever, because you reject rejection, and because no is not a word that lives in your vocabulary. And because when you follow up forever, you're creating emotional proximity. People will never change their mind, but what they will do is make a new decision based on new information. And when they get serious about selling their home, that new decision is going to be to hire you. Make it a great day.
Thank you, John.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, John.
It is.
Glad you're back.
John.
Thank you, John.
Me too. I'm glad I'm back too. Hey, I'm
Thank
still
you.
here. That's a good thing.
Thank you so much, John.
Oh, it's my pleasure. All right, guys, go get them. Make it a great day. Fill that funnel.
Thanks.